U.S. President Donald Trump has arrived in the Qatari capital, Doha, marking the second leg of his Gulf visit. Upon his arrival at the Amiri Diwan, the seat of power in Qatar, President Trump thanked Emir Sheikh Tamim bin Hamad Al Thani for what he called his loyal friendship. U.S. and Qatari leaders are now signing a deal to boost defense ties. Pentagon Chief Pete Hegseth has signed the deal on behalf of the Trump administration. This visit follows Trump's earlier stop in Riyadh, where he took part in the GCC summit and held a landmark meeting on its sidelines with Syrian President Ahmed al-Sharaa, the first such meeting in 25 years. Trump described al-Sharaa as great and tough, expressing hope that Syria would eventually normalize relations with Israel. Later today, President Trump is expected to sign a series of bilateral agreements with the Qatari Emir and attend a formal state dinner in his honor. He is scheduled to depart for the United Arab Emirates tomorrow. John Rosomondo, guest with us, joining us live. From Washington, D.C. So why does Trump's meeting with the Qatari Emir matter for U.S. ties with the Gulf?
Well, President Trump has decided to continue policies that have been part of the U.S. policy for the past 20, 30 years that have slated Qatar as a major ally of the United States, despite some of its controversial funding of terrorist groups and jihadi groups around the Middle East. So I think that the president wants to keep the status quo because Qatar has hosted the largest middle American military base in the Middle East, and that's a major part of American policy.
Right. Could this Gulf tour help the U.S. stay influential in the region despite China and Russia's growing presence in Gulf states or Middle East?
Well, absolutely. I think that China and Russia are at the heart of American policy, and I think that President Trump wants to keep the Chinese and the Russians from increasing their influence in Qatar, Saudi Arabia, and the UAE, which has become a major trading partner of China and a major supporter of Russia. So, the United States can't afford to simply disappear from the region. President Trump has said in his speech yesterday that the U.S. doesn't want to be in the business of telling other countries what they need to do, and the United States wants to work building soft power in the region instead of using military force, which he believes is essential to stop the spread of Chinese and Russian influence.
And how big or significant is Qatar Airways' new aircraft order announced with Trump in Doha?
Well, it's significant in that Boeing has suffered over the past several years with declining revenues due to problems with incompetence over building its 737s and so forth, and this could be a major influx of cash into Boeing.
Thank you so much, John Rosomondo, for joining us today. As we move on to our next story, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin